Hello, my lovely Leos. I hope that you are all well and doing marvelously. So let's get right to your reading. We are using the Wandering Star Tarot today. So this reading is for whenever you may find it. However, what we're looking at is what is coming up for you, whether that means in the next month or during the upcoming season. So let's take a look. Knight of Wands, fire energy to start. Four of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, King of Wands, that's you. Three of Swords, oh wow. Oh, Leo, there's so much going on here. Six of Cups. Leo, there's so much heavy energy here. So Leo, your reading opens up with the Knight of Wands, which is quite a fireball card, right? That's energy, that is movement, that is action, that is fire and intuition. And what that tells me is that there is a certain sense of internal turmoil that someone is going through and that you're going through. There's a lot of emotional wounding that is going on here, and this individual is really thinking about everything that has transpired and everything that has taken place, and you are doing the same. We are looking at a separation here. It's funny because the other two readings that I did were like a little bit more broad. One was like a mix of just like general and love, but this is certainly a love reading. There is no doubt about here. And it's certainly a reading about a separation. There are two wounded parties here. There is a person who is thinking about you. You are not together, but they spend a lot of time thinking about what exactly it is that happened. They know, as you know, that this was quite a match. This was quite a match, but it might have been a matter of just two people not being ready. It might have just been bad timing just due to the times that we've been in. It might have just been, the other person just not being there or not recognizing things in each other for whatever reason. But it's pretty obvious here that although there is a pause in this connection, simultaneously you are both thinking about each other. And even if you have tried to have relationships with other people, and I mean for both of you now, it was just to get the mind off of the person who you know is in your heart. At the end of the day, you're thinking about each other and you both know that you are each other's potential happily ever after. 10 of Pentacles is stability, it's family, it's being together and building a life together. This person knows that you were the right person to build a life with. You were their person. They knew this deep inside, but something inside of them just could not fully commit at that point in time. I said this in another reading, but it's true, and it definitely applies here, that sometimes you know exactly what it is that you want. You've thought about it for years. You've thought about your ideal mate for years, since while growing up, who the perfect person would be. And then you find them, and suddenly all of your dreams have come true, and you don't know how to handle it. You don't know what to do. And I think this is what happened here with both of you. Because this started off with intensity, it started off hot and heavy, it started off very passionate, right? Knight of Wands, like we said, force, fire, passion. You both like were in this connection. It was very quick, sudden, unexpected. But then like the reality struck and it's like, oh my gosh, now what do I do? This is too good. And then people get nervous because they don't know if they're now bringing everything to the table that they're supposed to. When you are confronted with everything that you've ever wanted, you start to doubt yourself. You start to doubt if you are good enough. And that is what happened to this individual here. Now we have the King of Wands here, right under Knight of Wands, and King of Wands is your energy. So you were in it. You were in it to win it. And you may have been dealing with another fire sign, potentially Aries, Sagittarius possible as well, but it looks to be another fire sign. And you were both in it to win it. And there was a certain intuition there where you knew that you were each other's person. But again, it was too good to be true in a sense. And that makes people doubt themselves. This person doubted if they were good enough. If they were good enough to have everything that they ever dreamed of, which is you. They doubted themselves. And by doubting themselves, they doubted this connection, which ultimately resulted in heartbreak because they walked away. They walked away because they couldn't bring their full person to this connection. There was heartache for you, but there was also heartache for them because even though they're the ones who stepped away, it hurt them. It hurt them. Self-doubt hurts. As much as you try to deny it, as much as you try to push it away, it hurt. But what do we see here? We see the Six of Cups, which is usually indicative of some type of a reconciliation. And oftentimes with somebody from the past. And in this case, it is your person. Again, potentially your fire sign, but maybe not. But we see here that after the heartache comes a reconciliation. That somebody comes back around to fix things. This person has been thinking about you during this break. They have been regretful. They have been sorry about the way that they handled things because they know that what they had was the real deal. Yes, it was passionate, but it was also solid. It was stable. It was the right thing for both of you. And they messed it up. They messed it up because they couldn't deliver. Again, your energy, but potentially the energy of another fire sign. This person is going to come back around. They're going to come back around. They will be more clear-headed this time. Hopefully, they'll be able to bring everything to this connection. Hopefully, they won't be intimidated because that is exactly what happened. They became intimidated by you, your energy, and the fact that like everything was so perfect. Not only is it everything they ever wanted, but it was completely perfect. And then they started thinking, well, if it's, if it's perfect, it's too good to be true, which means that there must be something wrong. And then they started trying to find things that were wrong. And perhaps there were arguments and nitpicking and arguments that happened out of nothing because they were looking for something to have an argument about. It's too good to be true. Therefore, something must be wrong. So they were trying to find fault in you, but there was no fault to be found. So they crumbled and walked away and experienced heartache the same way that you did. They experienced it and they caused it, but they have not stopped thinking about you and the reality of what was. Let's pull some more cards. Five of Cups, regrets, yes, yes. Four of Wands, very nice. Page of Wands, very nice. So a lot of fire energy here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards, which are fire signs. So almost half, right? Almost half, which again indicates to me that this was a very passionate connection, a very involved connection, and that you may be dealing with a fire sign. But what we see here is what happened, a lot of regrets because they knew that this was solid, that you were the real deal, that you were the one that they could form a solid and stable union with. Four of Wands, very stable card that indicates like relationship stability or stability in any types of endeavors. They knew that. They are sorrowful. Sorrow for the hurt that they caused. They're sorry for themselves because they lost out on a good deal. But as we see here, 10 of Pentacles, they want that stability. They know you're the one. 6 of Cups, reconciliation and somebody coming back around. And Page of Wands. Page of Wands has to do with communication. So this person will be reaching out to you. And again, we're hoping that they're bringing their full self to the table this time, that they have realized what they did, that they have recognized their own weakness, that they have recognized their own insecurities, but also dealt with them, because we don't want them coming back around and they're bringing the same insecurities again. We don't want a repeat performance of what happened before, right? We don't want that. We want them to have worked on those insecurities, dealt with them, put them aside, and be ready for a fresh start in this union. Because what's the point of sitting around and thinking about somebody and investing all of your like brain power in them and all of your emotional power on them if you're not going to do anything about it, or if you're just going to do the same thing as before? That makes no sense. So we're looking for a fresh start with better circumstances. They broke your heart, Leo, but things are about to change. They're coming back around in a better way. So that is what I have for you today. Thank you so much. If this resonated with you, leave a comment or like or subscribe, and I hope to see you again soon. Okay, bye.